Welcome to Parashat Eikev-insights on it. The first pasuk I would like to talk about is in Perek Chet pasuk Gimel. The pasuk says over there, Ya'ancha v'ya'yevecha li'achilcha et aman asher lo yada'ata v'asher lo yadun avotecha b'gomel. Right? So the first, in the beginning of the pasuk, it says Hashem will inflict you, and He'll make you hungry. And it continues, and He'll feed you the man. So there's a contradiction in this pasuk. So the Gemara in Yoma, Daf Ayin Daled, says that it gives two tirutzim to this question. The first answer it gives is that a person, even though they could ask for any to taste any food in the man that they wanted, but the problem was that they didn't see the food that they're eating. And it's known that a person who's blind, it finds it hard to be satiated. The reason being, he doesn't see his food, the food that he eats. Another thing is that we have a halacha that we have to light nerot on Shabbat by the meal, and that is so that we can see what we're eating and we can enjoy it more. So that was some affliction over there. And then another teretz that the Gemara says is that eno domeh mi sheish lo pat basalo lemi she'en lo pat basalo. Somebody who has a bread in his basket is not similar to one who doesn't. Meaning that since they didn't know, even though today they had the man, but tomorrow they didn't know if they're gonna get it or not, and that's another reason why that it's considered affliction. The third teretz that I heard was that since the man was given to them according to the righteousness of the person. So a person who was very righteous, he would get it close to his right, close to his ohel. A person who was less righteous, he would have to go out and look for it further away. And the Rishaim, they had to go very far and bring in their man. So you know that some people like to project an image of themselves that they're righteous, and the truth is it's not true, right? So some people who that were like that, they didn't want the shame of to feel the people should see that they have to go far away to bring their man. So what they did was they waited till everybody came back, and then they went out to get their man, their portion. Okay, second pasuk I'd like to talk about is in Perek Chet Yud Zayin, and the pasuk over there says, "Va'amata belebabecha kochi ve'otzem yadi asali et ha'chayil hazeh." So the Saba Mikelm asks, L'chora, why doesn't the pasuk say, "Pen tomar belebabecha"? At least you should say, when it's not for sure that L'chora, it shouldn't be for sure that they're gonna say that, or we're gonna say that, right? So he says that it's for sure that the person says it. Why? Because that's his nature. Nature is that he feels that his effort brings the results. The Rabbi Yechezkel Lemenstein, he adds more to that, and he says that since this is this concept of kochi v'osem yadi asari et ha'chayil hazeh is rooted in our nature, so we have to fight a big battle to go to break this nature. It is our duty to think how far we are from the truth, right? A person he gets money, he thinks that if it wasn't for my efforts, I would have never gotten this money. A person who's sick and he goes to a doctor, and the doctor gives him medicine and he takes it and he's cured. He thinks if I wouldn't have taken the medicine, I would never become cured. But we have to realize that what the Mesilat Yesharim says, he says that effort is necessary. It's a mitzvah. Hashem tells us to put an effort, but on the other hand, it doesn't bring results. The only results is from Hashem. Hashem does, and will do all the things that happen. Like the Ramban says, just like a person doesn't have any say in how long he's going to live, or that when he's going to die. So, and everything else that happens to a person is decreed by Hashem, and it's not. We can only do effort, but the results are from Hashem. Another pasuk I want to talk about is it says in Perek Yud, pasuk Yud Bet. It says, "Ata Yisrael, ma Hashem Elokecha shoel mimach, ki im yira et Hashem Elokecha le'echad b'chol tracha v'la'avah oto ולעבוד את השם אלוקיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך." So the Medrash tells us that the word ata refers to Shuva, and the Chafetz Chaim says why does the word ata, which means now, refer to Tshuva? Because the big koach of the Yetzer Hara is to always tell the person, today you don't have time, you don't have the koach, leave it for tomorrow. If you want to do a mitzvah or learn Torah, leave it for tomorrow. Tomorrow you're going to do it. And then when tomorrow comes, then he tells him the same story again. He tells him tomorrow again. And that's how life goes by. So, right, and the pasuk in Mishneh says, "Al tomar le're'echa lech v'shuv v'machar eten lecha v'yesh lecha," meaning that you should not tell the Yetzer Tov who wants you to do mitzvot. You shouldn't tell him, go, come back tomorrow, and I'll give you, right? And it also says, Yeshuva Yom Shema Yamut Machar. A person should do the mitzvah today. Maybe you're not going to live tomorrow. So person, the best way to overcome the Yetzer Hara is to remind himself that today is the only day that he has, that he's sure of, and this daf of Gemara or whatever Mishnah, Perek, Mishnayot, or wherever it is, he only that has in front of him to do. And in that way we can maybe overcome the Yetzer Hara. We have to remember the Yetzer Hara is a malach, and really it says that a person cannot conquer him unless Hashem helps him. So of course we have to daven that Hashem help us in this way. The continuation of this pasuk, "Va'ata Yisrael ma Hashem Elokecha shoel mimach," right? The word ma, the Gemara says in Menachot that's referring to. I mean that atikre ma ela me'ah, that a person is to say 100 brachot every day, and we know that in David Melech's time there was a dever which claimed the life of 100 people every day. So David was metaken that every person should say 100 brachot. That was his sakana. So Rav Yudah Tzadka Zatzal says that in a normal lifetime, a person will say 2.5 million brachot, brachot during his lifespan. So, and when he comes to the Beit Din Shel Ma'ala, he'll see a big line of carts loaded with these bachot, which come to help him tip the scale in his favor. But we have to remember that brachot that are said hurriedly and with missing words and without the proper kavanah and without a feeling of thanking Hashem, they're not going to help too much. It says while we're in this world, we should make sure to fill these carts with the praiseworthy brachot that they should be to our merit. In Pasuk Yud Aleph, Perek Yud Aleph, Pasuk Chapet, the Torah basic says like this: Ki im shamor tishmerun et kol hamitzvah hazot asher anochi metzavcha etchem la'asota la'ava et Hashem Elokechem lelechet b'drachav uledavka bo. The davka bo means to cling to Hashem. And the Chafetz Chaim tells us that that in this world we are very fortunate because we at any time and any place we can call to Hashem and Hashem will answer us, like it says, Dirshu Hashem b'yimatzo kir'u b'yoto karov. Right? Where is that? That's in Olam Hazeh. Hashem lekol kor'av asher yukru b'amet. Right here in this world, anytime and any place we can call out to Him. Mashen can in the next world. There's many mechitzot, and depending on how much a person gained in this world, how much he was able to come close to Hashem, he will not be able to add to that. So the only time that they will bring him in front of Hashem is when he needs to do deen, and that will be Ba'al Korcho. So here we should take the great opportunity of running to Hashem, doing His mitzvot, and learning Torah in order to lekayem ledavka bo. Thank you for listening.